From the floor of the CME Group, to Stanley Riley on today's Cash Close. And the name of this video, FANG, Crude Oil, the S&P, and a 3-week rally comes to an end. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 1993 quarter at 1 o'clock Central Time. The low came in at 1976 even, late, and last were 1987 even. We're down 12 handles on the day. Total volume, 1.85 million minis trade and 6,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. MOC, the MIM had this thing early and it had it often. At quarter to 2 Central Time, the MIM came out showing 1.5 billion for sale, went down to 1.8 billion for sale. The actual MOC came out, saw 1.7 billion, up to 2 billion for sale. Tomorrow with the MBA mortgage applications, we have the wholesale trade number, we have the EIA Petroleum status report, and we have a 10-year note auction. Now I gotta ask you guys, has the 3-week rally ended? Has crude oil made a top? These are yet to be seen, but I'm gonna lay out some stuff that I think is important. Now, the way it worked yesterday was FANG was weak yesterday. That's Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, and Google. Had the NASDAQ down, but the S&P futures and the Dow futures closed higher. So it looked like there was some kind of rotation going on there. But overnight, the futures sold off right off the bat, and that kind of set the tone for today. Now, as far as the expiration goes next week, I'm going to give you the stats real quick. They look kind of bullish. Going into Monday, the S&P is up 22, down 9 of the last 31 occasions. I'm not going to forget the hand signals. Tuesday's up 15, down 16 of the last 31 occasions. Wednesday is up 17, down 14 of the last 31 occasions. And Friday is Thursday's up 23, down 8 of the last 31 occasions. And expiration quad, which Friday, sorry Jeff Hirsch, is up 17, down 14 of the last 31 occasions. So all in all, it's a bullish expiration. Now, the Monday after is not so kind. Now, the Monday after shows the S&P being up 13, down 18 of the last 31. And what I think is that's going to start to set the tone going into the end of the month, and the end of the quarter, and into the rebalance. Now, I've talked to the PitBull about this, and we both think, despite this weakness that we're seeing, that there's a good possibility that we can get some kind of bounce going into the PitBull's Thursday, Friday low this week. That said, the S&P is quite extended, and the bus feels like it's a little too full. And just to think that they can come out with that big of a sell imbalance with all the buys they've done over in the first week of the month, basically negates a lot of that buying. Now, like I said, I talked to the PitBull. I think, and he thinks, so we're going to get past the quad witch, but then we can come into this funky, weak stuff that goes into the end of the month rebalance, and some of that seasonality that says that March starts out good, gets a little weak in the end of the month, and then finishes badly. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to refer to the Trader's Almanac for this. The day after Easter, wait, is that right? Yeah, the day after Easter is the second worst post-holiday season. So that's not good. The week of the week of the 28th, going into the quad witch, is not good. And the last trading day of March has been down 16 out of the last 27. And I think those stats are even worse on a smaller picture. So I'm a little concerned here. Has the market, completely removed itself from all the negatives that are going on? I don't think so. And not only that, again, I think the big thing here is that we're not talking about right now is that the Fed's 2-day meeting is in the middle of that next week. And who knows how that's going to play out. I mean, definitely it will be increased volatility right into the expiration. So we're going to leave it like that. Decent volume on the downside today. A little corrective trading, a little corrective sell program, sell stops, but nothing major. The markets went out weak, and by all rights they should have. After a 3-week rally, S&P came to a stopper today. We'll leave it like that, and we'll see it tomorrow on the closing print. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back. What I'm trying to do is organize myself so that I can actually trade and make money, because I got to do that. That's what I do for a living. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the opening print.